Good morning, dear children. Let's move ahead of our lesson, that is the night we won the book. Okay, come up on page number 44. And we have reached till a moment where the author is feeling that they are the only one who are not having a card. And at the same time, if you remember, the lesson moves on by telling that the family is poor family and mother tries to convince themselves that no matter even if they don't have the card, there is no problem and we should try to live to our fullest. Okay, with that you may be remembering that there was one of the exhibition kind of thing where fireworks and everything were being done. Okay, and for that they have kept up a car, that is Brick Roadmaster. Okay, that was the name of the car which was being given to the winner. Till this we have reached, and now let's see ahead of it. Come up on page number 24. Never in my most lavish desires had I thought that Lady Luck would smile upon the only family in town without a car. But the loudspeaker boomed my father's name. By the time I walked my way up to the platform, the mayor had presented Dad with the keys and he had driven off amid cheers. Okay, so here the author is saying that never in my most lavish desire, lavishness, the desires which we dream of, okay, very luxurious ones, okay. So he had never thought in those desires also that he would be having now with the car owned by his father. Okay, why? Because the winner was being made as the father of the author. He was being gifted with the car. He was being the luckiest one who got with the car as the prize. Okay, by the time I wound my way up to the platform, the mayor had presented that with the keys. Okay, and now this author was about to go up from there, but when he heard his father's name, he also started going near the stage. But till that time, his father had already received the keys. From whom? From the mayor. Okay, and he had driven off amidst tears, and both the father as well as son were very happy. Amidst tears means they were among the happiness. I reached home in record time, imagining myself at the wheels of the whip, driving my friends. Okay, now this boy, this author, he reached home, okay, in a very good time, and he was imagining himself that he was sitting in that car along with his friends. The house was dark, but for lights in the living room. The book stood in the driveway, glittering in the glow from the front window. From the garage, I heard a snuffle from Barkis. Okay. Now, as they were poor, they had put off all the lights. Only the front room had been lighted up. Okay. And the brook then stood up near the driveway. Okay. And it was glowing off as it was new. You are knowing that new cars they glow up, and it was being seen from the front window. At the same time, from garage, who was being shouting that the sound of Barkis. Barkis, I hope you remember, the pony was being named as Barkis. So the sound of Barkis would be heard. Panting from my run, I touched the car's smooth surface, opened the door and got in. Now, panting from my run. Okay, he was panting, he was having breathing problem. This author, as who also ran fast, you also have panting, is it not? So same way the author also had. So he went near the car by doing panting, and then he touched to the smooth surface of the car and opened the door and got inside. The luxurious interior had that wonderful new car smell. I studied the gleaming dashboard. Okay, and as it was new, you are knowing that a peculiar kind of smell comes up from new cars. So luxuries could be seen, interior was very good of that car, and he could see the gleaming dashboard. Dashboard is the one just where we keep up all the things. Okay, so near the dashboard was also very brightly shining. Turning my head to admire the back seat, I saw my father's sturdy figure through the rear window. He was pacing the sideway. Okay, and now this author was going to see the back seat, and while seeing the back seat, what he could see the father's figure, that his father was coming from behind and it was being seen through the rear window. He was facing the sideway. He was also coming from the sideway. I slammed the door and rushed over to him. So what he did, he came out of the car, he put off the door and he went running to his father. "Leave me alone," he snapped. I was taken aback. I could not have been more hurt. Shocked, I went into the house. Okay, this boy, this author was very happy and he started running and went near his father. But what his father said? "Leave me alone. मुझे अकेला छोड़ दो." That is what his father said, and in a very angry way. By hearing to this, what happened? The boy, the author, he got very much hurt. He never expected this answer, and therefore he went back into the house. Mother met me in the living room. "Don't be upset," she said. "Your father is struggling with an ethical problem. We will have to wait until he finds the right answer." Okay. Now, when he was about to go into the house, whom he met, the author met his mother. And his mother said, "Don't get upset, okay? Why you don't get upset? Because your father had shouted on you. Don't get upset because of that, because your father is struggling with an ethical problem." Ethical means moral values, principles. Okay, you learn various moral values from your moral science book, is it not? So with that, being truthful, being obedient, being honest, all those are nothing but the ethical truths. Okay, so the mother told that, "Don't worry, don't get upset. Your father is right now trying to get out of it and find a proper solution by doing with the moral values." What's unethical about winning a book? The car may not be ours after all. There is a question. Okay, so the author asks, what is there? What is unethical? What we are doing wrong? We have already been priced up. We have been given up as a prize with that car. So what's wrong in that? So mother replied, "The car may not be ours after all." Okay, so the mother replied, "Yes, it can happen. The car is not ours. The car does not belong to us." That's a question. So whether the car belongs to us or not, that is a big question. There is where the doubt is. I shouted wildly. How can there be a question? I was announced out over the loudspeaker. Okay, so hearing to this, the boy got a little bit angry and he said, "How is it possible? How can someone else get with this car? I've already heard the sound. I've already heard the words of my father's name. How can it be others' one?" Okay, "Come here, sir." On the table under the lamp were two raffle tickets, number 348 and 349. The winning number was 340. So the mother started explaining to her son by telling that it was a lottery ticket lucky draw. Okay, and there were two lottery tickets which had two numbers. One was 348 and another one was 349. And which number got selected? 348 number got selected. "Do you see the difference between the two?" mother asked. So mother asked, "Can you see any difference in this two?" I looked carefully. The only difference I can see is that 348 home. Hold 348 to the light and look hard. Okay. Now, what happened? The author tried to look whether there was any difference. So what he did? The only difference was the 348 had won, and when 348 was being held in light, okay, and then when it was being seen. It required a lot of looking to see the faint letter K dimly marked in pencil on one corner. Do you see the K? Okay, so when it was being seen in light, what could be seen? There was a faint K written deeply. A very faint way it was being seen, and it was written on one side of that lottery card, 348 with a pencil. So mother asked, "Do you see the letter written K over there?" "Just barely. It stands for Kendrick. Jean Kendrick, Dad's boss." "Yes." So mother asked, "Can you see this letter K?" So the boy was like, yes, little bit faintly I can see, very blurry I can see. So yes, so what mother told? Yes, this K stands for Kendrick. And this Kendrick, who was Kendrick? Kendrick was a boss of author's father. She explained, "My father had asked Jim if he wanted to buy a ticket." Jim had murmured, "Why not?" and turned back to what he was doing. It may never have crossed his mind again. Dad then brought two tickets in his own name with his own money, marking 348 for Kendrick that was hardly visible and could be whipped off by the lightest rub of the thumb. Okay, so now the mother started explaining, because the boss and the author's father, they had decided to purchase with the tickets of the lottery, and over there who had purchased? Author's father had purchased those tickets, and 348 he had written K very faintly over it, which could be rubbed by putting up a finger or thumb on it. To me, it was an open and shut case. Gene Kendrick was a multimillionaire. He owned a dozen cars. He lived on an estate with a staff of servants, including 2 chauffeurs. Okay, so what has been said here? What the author started thinking. He started thinking that it was open and shut case. Okay, one could not understand, because the boss of the author's father, he was already a millionaire. He was already very rich. Okay, and he already had many cars of himself. He had got a big place to live, big estate to live, with many servants working there, and he even had 2 chauffeurs. 2 chauffeurs means 2 drivers. Another car meant less to him than a bridle. What is the meaning of bridle given? A set of leather bands put around a horse. Means mere thing, it was getting one more car was like nothing for him. On bark is meant to us. I argued, Dad's got to keep it. Okay, and now thinking of all those things, author said very angrily, no, this car does not be given to Kendrick. We need to keep it, as Dad had got it as a prize, and therefore Dad should keep it. I know, he will do what's right. Mother said calmly. So mother said, don't worry, whatever will be correct, that thing our father will be doing. Whatever is right, father will do it. At last we heard Dad step on the front porch. I held my breath. He went straight to the phone in the dining room and dialed. Kendrick's phone rang for a long time. A servant finally answered. From what Dad said at our end, I could tell that Kendrick had to be a vegan. Okay, and when they were having a conversation, mother and son were having at that moment, father came inside and he started to take a long breath, and he started dialing a number on the phone, landline phone. Okay, and after some time they got to know that he was calling his boss, that is Kendrick, and a servant picked up the phone and he told that Kendrick was asleep and he needs to be a vegan. उन्हें उठाना पड़ेगा. He was annoyed at being roused from sleep. My father had to explain the whole thing from the beginning. The next afternoon, Kendrick's 2 chauffeurs arrived in a station wagon. Before driving the brook away, they presented Dad with a box of cigars. Okay, and the boss did not like to be awakened. Okay, so what happened? Father explained the thing, everything from the beginning the next day. And next day what happened? 2 chauffeurs next afternoon. 2 chauffeurs, that is 2 drivers came, and they took off with the brick, the car, and at the same time gave the author's father a box of cigars. We didn't get a car until after I was grown, but as time went on, my mother's aphorism means saying quotations. If you have a character, you have the better half of it, took on a new beginning. Looking back over the years, I know now we were never richer than we were at the moment when my dad made that telephone call. See, such a superb thing. See, what they are saying, that author is saying that the car was being taken up. Okay, and ultimately they didn't get any car till the time author had grown up. Okay, for few more years they didn't have any car of their own. After few years they purchased it. Okay, and at that time when they purchased it, same dialogue, same quotations of his mother, he could recollect what his mother's dialogue were there. If you have a character, you have better half of the wealth. अगर तुम्हारे पास अच्छा कैरेक्टर है तो ऑलरेडी तुम बहुत रीच हो. Took on a new meaning. Looking back over the years, when the author was trying to recollect all these incidences, what came to his mind? That now they were never reach. They were never reach as they were when his father made a phone call, and honestly his father told everything to his boss and returned with that brick card. Okay, so children, I hope you must have understood this lesson. I will send you the question and answers. Do write it in your copy.